there was a LAN I was at where KRL, the French in-game leader, was like a coach, and a player played bad, and he said, "Right, fuck off."
The dream of every coach.
Yeah, and he just literally told me, I can't even remember what team it was. It might have been in Nameless or something, but yeah, he just literally said, "Get the fuck out of that chair," literally in the middle of a LAN. Yeah, I'm in. Someone look it up. It happened.
Here's the thing: the only person who will ever
KRL was God.
There's only one person will ever potentially do this in CS:GO, and it is if Nico ever becomes a coach.
Oh, man.
For obvious reasons, isn't it? Like, the difference is, though, he'll do the most egregious one. It'll just be like, right before you're about to play at the final of the major or something, it'll go, I always wanted to play another one of these. Get out.
mate, 20 years from now, if he's an owner or something, he'll be doing it. Mate. It's mental. But yeah, so like I'm telling.
No, you could imagine totally in Nico. Obviously, it'd even be called Nico Sports. His org years down the line to capitalize on the market, you know. And obviously, he would literally have a clause called the "shut up" clause, which allows him to at any point in time replace an active player in the server just at a whim, whatever.
Yeah.
Right, you know when they show the profile picture of them that they've taken in like a professional setup of just the headshot, you know, to show like who's on the teams. I turn to the others and just go, "That Plopsky's a bit weird looking, isn't he?" And then Henry goes, "I've always thought he looked like me." And I just went, "Fair enough."
Get fucking wrecked,
Henry. Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, get fucking wrecked.
Fair. They both true.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, you know. Henry's unconventionally good looking. Let's put it that way.
Exactly. 100% of the people who message me trying to defend right up until this loss, and sometimes even after that, Astralis is still the best, either have a Danish name or an Astralis logo as their Twitter profile picture. One of the two. Like, even if it's not an Astralis picture, their name is like, you know, fucking Mads Lambiek. It's like, yeah, no shit, you think Astralis is still the best, motherfucker. And do you think Mum's cooking's the best as well? Is it you daft little cunt? No. Tell you what, let me in there with some fucking salt and pepper. I'll see what I'll do.
My mum's cooking was never that.
Stop eating fucking sausages and being shit Germans, you cunts.
Oh, Lord. But Pounder420 asks, what's the most outrageous piece of fan gift / art that you or a CS pro has been given? I've been sent like fucking dick pics and shit.
All right then.
Is that a gift?
Reasonable.
I mean, all right.
You didn't see the penis?
And then you were like, "Sorry, sir, this is a Starbucks."
And I said, "Look, red eye for the last time."
Exactly. Just because we used to know each other. And then I says, "Listen, Nicola, this fucking front row experience is too far from mine."
Well, yeah, he said we're going to change it from a front row experience into a fucking backdoor experience, is what he fucking said. So yeah, I've been sent some dick pics, and like just, you know, weird stuff. You know, I consider them gifts. I'm not like some mad mental, like, sure, you know, fucking insecure guy. Like, you know, people sent me a penis. Fair enough. But I can't think of anything I ever got on an event. I've had some nice stuff. People gave me like a tie from their like local college football team and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think I've ever had anything beyond that's more outrageous than people sending me their penis with, you know, do you like? Like, yeah, nice tight dick player. Like, you know, what do you want me to say? Like, you know, what do you say? Like, tight dick player, dog.
Exactly, yeah.
When Hitcham came in, quotes, to sort of clean up Nip and was going to take over the business thing, he's mentioned in some documents from old NIP.
Fuck's sake.
So it was actually just a fucking continuance.
They were right, we've got rid of that fucking, what was his name? We've got rid of that
Lilyfilth.
Man-child, but here's Dude Love, the new wrestler.
yeah, Mankind. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, we got rid of Mankind. Man-child would be a great, that'd be my like wrestling name. Man-child. He's doing his finishing move. The Twitter block.
He's blocked him.
Twitter block. Off the top rope. The Twitter block.
No, nobody's got up from a Twitter block before. My God, that man follows.
He's retweeted his insult. Oh my God.
His opinions. Anyway, so look,
versus Vince, king of the insults.
Yeah, the Vince. Oh god.
Who does look like Bam Bam Bigelow? I'm just saying.
Oh, absolutely.
Love Bam Bam Bigelow.
Mate, Sam, while we're talking, if you just want to bring up a picture of Bam Bam Bigelow,
What a legend! He's an absolute unit of a man. That is an
Bam Bam Bigelow's still alive as well.
What the fuck? I assumed he was
I'm
dead.
pretty sure he is.
Some sort of meth-related trailer overdose.
Maybe
that was just my dream.
Oh no, he's dead. Like,
He is dead. 2007.
Oh yeah, he's only been dead for 12 years. I didn't get the memo. I didn't get Bam Bam Bigelow. I didn't get the memo.
People who say that this show's references are dated, it's quite fucking disgraceful.
Didn't even know he was fucking dead.
I think he's alive.
I'm still getting his newsletter. What's this?
Tell you what, when's that bloody lazy Christopher Hitchens going to put out another book?
Oh, that's rough.
So ESL Cologne, right? They did one of those signings where talent had to go and sit there, right? But luckily, they did it in shifts, because obviously some people had to be doing the games at the same time. So for my segment, right, it was just, I think, me and Sponge or something. I can't remember who. Maybe it wasn't Sponge. Whoever it was, like Pimp wasn't there. And one of the things the fans were doing is like they'd all noticed this trend, was they would get the booklet that had all the talent in, and they would get you to sign over your picture, right? So you could collect all, like Pokemon, got to catch them all. So when they passed me one of those, because you're signing like 1,000 of them or whatever, you get bored, don't you? So first of all, you're even signing funny things yourself. So when on one of them, I just put next to Pimp's picture, bad accent. And then the best thing is, someone actually came. No, this is the killer. The punchline is someone came to the next thing and handed that to Pimp, and Pimp was like,
"Get fucked."
I know. That's the best part of it. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
That is bad. Fair play.
Can you sign this? I'm a big fan. Why have you pre-labeled it?
I'm bald and I have glasses, but I do have a beard. I admit this. Right? I can't deny it. I've got a beard. A fucking fan came up to me and was talking to me for like just ages, asking me questions, asking me this. And then at the end of the conversation, he went, "Oh, anyway, I just wanted to say, Anders, I'm your biggest fan," and walked off. And I'm like,
seems like it. Yeah.
Nobody literally used that phrase. Like, I'm your biggest fan. Like, I look nothing like Anders. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
mate,
it's like this motherfucker was blind and was playing a game of Guess Who. Like, is he overweight? Has he got a beard? No, it's Anders.
The most depressing thing ever would be, imagine this guy actually did your nightmare. He fully coordinated, like literally kidnapping you from an event. Like you get knocked over the head on you outside. Yeah. You're in a fucking van somewhere. You're all tied up with all your hands on, and then he pulls you out. Right, he pulls the bag off your head. You're tied to a seat in his basement, his dungeon. Right, and then the worst thing is,
not the dungeon.
You're thinking to yourself, "Fuck, what's he gonna do now? He could be crazy." And he just goes, "Come on now, Anders, you're gonna commentate this next game." And you go, "Well, I'm not Anders." He goes, "Anders, no need to play these games with me. Come on, say the catchphrase." You're like, "No, seriously." It's like getting out like a fucking Stanley episode. Now, Anders, I know you were difficult with that Semler, but wouldn't want to have to hurt you. Like, please. You just eventually have to be Anders.
Yeah, then he goes, "I've got the band back together, and I've got your Semler as well." He pulls a fucking sack off, and it's Pimp sat next to you. Like, how do we get into this?
One of the animes I'd actually even say is a good one is one called Code Geass. Has the same exact problem. A lot of elements of it are like clever, like cool story, and then they have all these scenes where they just go to school. And they're just like,
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Double maths.
It's been 2 decades.
And literally the guy, 1 second earlier is like the whole fate of the world on his hands. He's killing someone. Like, so anyway, what I've learned is this. The real secret to anime, and this is why don't take anyone's opinion on anime who watches anime seriously, because they won't tell you this detail. The modern generation of kids who watch anime, right, are like you and me. They have a 2-monitor setup. And what they do is they play a game while watching it out the side of their peripheral vision. Now, the problem that is, me and you sit down like, right, as though we were going to watch the fucking Godfather 2. Like, right, turn off the lights, take off the phone off the hook. Let's get into this. Where are we going here? And then it's... all right, fucking double detention for me. And you're just sat there like...
Demonic Gilgamesh is going to take over the world, but I've got detention. I'm like, I can't do it.
Basically,
this should not be an obstacle.
They're either watching it while they ladder league, or when they're on a mobile phone, when they're on a train. That's another way that Japanese people consume like manga and anime. They watch them on the commute. Yeah. So the point there is it's just distraction, isn't it? So if you take it as that, it's harmless distraction, right? So, but don't be going around telling people it's like the fucking Wire or something they've got to watch. For the love of God.
all of the red comments are comments that were deleted by moderators. And just look how many. It's just people going, oh, good interview by Richard Lewis. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. You can't even call me Voldemort. You can't call me Voldemort.
You can't even say a name that is not your name.
No, you cannot even say
that
Voldemort.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
because the League of Legends Reddit came up with nicknames for me. So one of them was Voldemort. You can't even say names that aren't my name. So
Ricardo
somebody
Louise,
there, you can't call me Ricardo
Louise.
Yeah, you can't say Ricardo Louise. Which was my Hispanic identity. You can't say Voldemort. You can't call me Lord Sauron. You can't call me Lord Sauron. You are deleted and banned for calling me Lord Sauron. Just keep scrolling through. This is Kahootie,
Ricardo
the head
Lewis
mod,
show.
Reagan Drake, this other nutcase who's over
Dick
there.
Lewis.
The Dark Lord Richard Lewis, and all the people who are going, this is getting ridiculous now. Deleted, banned. What this is a good one. What the fuck happened here? Like, it's a comments graveyard. They've deleted about 200 comments, and it says like the podcast it's on is a guy called Voldemort. Removed, gone. Someone said, "Wow, it's a great."
Even though, by the way, if someone was to Google podcast Voldemort, they'd never find that interview.
I know. A podcast with Voldemort and Rick Fox together at last.
Yeah,
together at last. And it's never been talked about how that, and again, to fuck Anders to get your brand built up. It's like you say, there are people, wherever you fuck with them, you must be evil.
I know.
And yeah, Mr. P. Heed, but Anders is another one. He doesn't even know what's going on half the time, does he? Mate, the other day, he was tripping. I did Gotcha Nose. It blew his mind.
He's still looking.
He's still looking for it. Yeah, he's still looking. He's but man, I'll never get my nose back. Like, it's fucking.
You have to understand, Anders is one of these people who goes like, and what about on Tuesday? And you go, but Anders, it is Tuesday. And he goes, oh, and then just walks off and starts doing something, Yeah. Not really. We've made a ridiculous caricature on this show.
No, none of this is true.
He'd love it.
We made him like some sort of mad, like fucking powdered hurts.
Yeah, he's like Dennis Hopper in fucking Apocalypse Now, isn't he? Was he a kind man? Was he a wise man? Like, just improvising all of his lines, like, just out of his fucking mind. Anders isn't like that, but he is now, so whatever.
He is for the sake of this.
He is for the sake of this show. Exactly. It's a character he's playing. We're all characters. That's all it works.
Right, first of all, when people have lied as repeatedly, even about provable facts as Refresh and Nicola Nyholm have, when they tell me explicitly, by the way, I'd just like to state, I will not be involved in this in any way. It's like, let's think through what you might be doing. What's that Pokemon card, Nicola Nyholm? Your ability is having a lie. Oh, you've done it again, haven't you? You've had a little lie, haven't you? Passive, doubling down. Not so.
Not super effective either.
Exactly.
That's the worst part, yeah. Just piss
I'm not
me,
confused.
Like a magic card.
Exactly.
Suck my dick, mate. Wee.